Hello, welcome to the Q. It is US turn 19 and it is Operation 20th Corps. Couple corrections from the last video, which was Britain. I had a couple things wrong. First off, we have Tripoli, so this line is not open to convoy. So Italy did not lose $1. Second, apparently there wasn't a Foreign Legion here in Lower Egypt to walk over. I'm not sure where he's at, but I'll leave him out there in the ocean. So there's only one there in Western Egypt. Not sure where he went. Third, apparently there's no militia here, which I don't know what happened there either. The only one that's significant, though, is this battle here in P43, because I forgot that attack transports defend at a 1, so it's not an auto kill. So that battle goes to a round 2. So Boston Bruce is elected to take that sub on the first round along with that light carrier. So this is what's left in round 2. There's this sub, and then there's the 2 FEC fighters. And our PBE man is out of town, so we'll roll that right here. So round 2, Britain will have a sub and then 2 fighters. So let's see what they get. So the fighter gets 1 hit. So I can't take the transport, so that's the destroyer. Next up is the destroyer at a 4. Misses. Transport at a 1. Misses. All right. So round 3 is the attack transport, since it's not longer an auto kill against those same 3. And we got no hit. So round 3, the attack transport fires back. Ooh, got closer. All right, let's roll that again. Round 4. There we got our hit. All right, so now the attack transport fires back at a 1 and nothing. All right, so basically the same results, only now there's 1 less Japanese sub. So, and these 2 ships that were placed in this port, he allowed to place it in Kyushu with the 5 battleships, is what he said. So there's 5 there in that port. So that's my assumption of where they're going. So let's go to the U.S. turn. We'll need this dice tray over here. All right. So let's get that dice over there. All right. So for the buy, I forget what we had now. What is that? 75, 79, no, 69 and 12. So that'll be 81. So here's our we saved $3. I was going to spend that on something. We'll spend that on an infantry here for San Francisco, $3. No need to keep it. So I'll take this train off since I got an infantry there. All right, so, all right, there's the adjustment. All right, here's what we're doing for our dollars. We're advancing 4 heavy battleships. We're fast building a carrier to stage 2, so that'll be $12 for that. There's no discount for that. We're lend-leasing French a fighter, lend-leasing Britain a fighter, militia upgrade. We're going to build a rocket in England, in London there. And then finally, we're going to build a medium bomber, attack transport, advanced artillery, and infantry. And those big ships really suck down your cash. So let's look at tech. We'll have 4 at 7. Not that it matters. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So here's the 4 at 7. And we got 2 orange and white. So radar and advanced subs. So subs goes to 2. Radar goes to 3. Radar would be nice to finish because I have that heavy carrier. 3 at 8 now, and we'll roll those. And 2 9s. Of course, we're doing really good here at the end. So yellow and white. So logistics and heavy armor. All right. Probably none of that matters. So let's move on to some combat. We don't really have much. This fighter on this carrier in M4 is going to come off and go in map. And this heavy strategic bomber will come over 1, 2, and carpet bomb those Russians. And what do we have over here? All right, so we're going to try and take this island, Wake Island. We've got the heavy strategic bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has a movement of 4 left. He's going to drop off that airborne. And then we've got 2 jets and a fighter that all have a movement of 3 left. They come off. There's an air base there. That's why. 1, 2, 3, and movement of 3 left. And that is it. It's on the edge of lame. The edge of lame this turn is. So let's roll our dice. I'll bring the tray over here. We're going to have 5 dice at 2. Russians bite the dust. 2 of them. So I don't know what he's going to take. 2 cavalry, 2 infantry. I would think the infantry, well, either way, I'm going to put the 2 cavalry. No, you know what? He might want them to move 2. So I'll take the 2 infantry off. So Rich will have to decide which 2 casualties. What I'd like to do is take 2 T-34s, but that's not going to be the case. So, and it may be 1 and 1. Who knows? So that is that. The other rollable battle here. There's no first strikes. So we've got, is it mountainous? No. All right. So we got our airborne at 3. Nope. We got a fighter at 6. No. And 2 jets at 8. 2 hits. All right. So that means the militia defends at a 2. Oh, that was close. Too close for comfort. All right. So Wake is safely back in American hands. And now we can do our strategic, or our non-combat. So this whole fleet, which is this card here, will move up 1 into P46. And let's see, we've got 2 jets that are coming down. So they come off of Wake. 1, 2, 3. So they have to land on those carriers. And there's only one spot left. So one of the jets that was on the carrier in P53 will go 1, 2 and land on the island, because there's a oh, you know what? That's a good point. So let's do this. The 2 fighters and the jet that were on the carrier in P53 will land in the Caroline Islands, because there's an air base there. And then the jets, 1 will land on one carrier and 1 will land on the other carrier. All right, so that's our strategy there. We have a destroyer here in P66. He'll come up 1, 2, 3. So he'll join. Oh, that's our only destroyer. Interesting. We also have an attack transport, which will bring in infantry and advanced artillery. And do I have another import marker? I do not. Let me set this down and grab one of those orange ones. So I'm going to put my transports in port, just so they can't be kamikazed. All right. So that's infantry, advanced artillery goes on the island, and that attack transport from Samoa goes there. All right. So we got 3 transports here, 2 regulars and an attack. They will also do the same thing, come up to Carolines. And that means we can bring infantry and regular artillery, marine and regular artillery, and then that 3rd transport brings the 2 infantry. All right, we have a tactical bomber here in New Guinea. He'll fly up 1, 2, 3 and land in the Caroline Islands. I could have used this marker and just slid it up. That was silly. All right. Oh, we got a destroyer and a heavy cruiser in P62. 1, 2, 3. So they will come into this ship zone here. All right. So now that leaves a question. Do I want to take this destroyer in a different spot? He does. No, he doesn't have any more subs. No. So that doesn't matter. Oh, there is a subweight over here. But he's too far away from up there. So we'll leave it as is. All right. Markers. All right. So this fighter here. Let's see. 1. He comes off the island. 1, 2, 3. So this carrier will have to come out of port. What was I thinking here? Yeah, I guess so. So this heavy carrier will come out of port. And that fighter will land on that. I think I'll leave that heavy battleship in port. And 1 heavy cruiser in port. All right, is that right? 1, 2, 3, yep. All right, so this bomber here will continue on 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the Caroline Islands. All right. Let's see what I got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Just checking out my movements. All right. So this attack transport in P25 will use strategic naval movement. He'll come 1, 2, 3, 4 and go in port here in the Marshalls. And everything else stays there. There's nothing else to move there. I think I've got all my Pacific movements done. Now we've got this transport here. We'll grab this Marine and infantry and go 1, 2, 3 in port there. And drop those 2 infantry Marine off in Malaya. All right. This attack transport will grab that medium armor, come out into M8, 1, 2, and it goes into port here. And it also grabs this infantry along the way and drops them off in Italian Somaliland. All right, so this strategic bomber, leave that dice there. We got 2 casualties. I'll put a 2 there. It has a movement of 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Gibraltar. We've got our medium bomber here in Syria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Portugal. We got our tactical bomber here. The fighter is going from Lower Egypt to Upper Egypt because we got that air base. I had this marked to go to Gibraltar area, but maybe I want it to come over here. Good question. No, let's think about this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So it has a movement of 6 from this air base here in Lower Egypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll go into that Portugal there that has that air base. Well, we'll finish that air base. Did I say that? That's what the 3 was for. Or no, I need 2. I got to finish that air base in Portugal. Or did I finish it last turn? Shoot. I don't remember. Either way, we'll get rid of that militia. I think I finished it last turn. Doggone it, I don't remember. So we're going to put that militia and that marker there. One of those is happening because I have improved construction. So either I get a militia or I finish that air base. All right. This is a 5. So this transport is going 5. I lost my train of thought here. I think it's coming out of port. 1, 2, 3. It grabs this guy from Rhodes, which is an airborne infantry. 4, 5, and goes in port in Gibraltar, drops him off in Gibraltar. All right, so that's what was going on. The attack transport that's in Gibraltar will come out, and this battleship will come over 1, 2. This carrier is leaving here and going from M4, 1, 2, 3 into I4. The jet is going 1, 2, 3, 4 into Italian Somaliland. 1 destroyer will accompany the carrier. 1, 2, 3. 3 destroyers will back up 1 here into M4, or no, M1 with the British. And now, oh, we got one more transport over here. Attack transport, infantry, advanced artillery comes out of New York, 1, 2, 3, and goes in port here in Portugal after dropping those 2 guys off. Do I want to move this infantry over? I think I do. With this attack transport that came out of Gibraltar, he's just going to grab the infantry from Portugal, move them over to Gibraltar. All right, I think that is it. I'm looking for other markers. These markers have been used. All right, so let's place our goods. This rocket here goes in London. Oh, there is a marker right there. That jet is going out of London into southern England. All right, so a rocket goes into London. Everything else. Oh, this. I guess we're not going to have a militia here in Portugal, so we got to place that infantry there. So that will be the decision whether I finish that or not, because I can't really check it while we got a video going. The Lend-Lease will come out of the west or east coast here. The British fighter follows the ports up into southern England, and the French fighter follows the southern ports into Cameroon. And let's place this heavy carrier on stage 2, and these items in San Francisco, and then we're going to roll the dice, see if this continues. All right, so we fast build the carrier, we advance the 4, and up here in San Francisco, attack transport, NP-25, infantry, advanced artillery, and a medium bomber in San Francisco. And let's roll the dice, and if we continue on, then I'll do a recap. It's 4 or under to end the game. 9, so the game goes on to 20. All right, so for our cash, we have 69 and 12, 81. It doesn't change. The die roll next turn is 5. And let's do a recap. In London is an airborne and a rocket. In southern England is a jet and a rocket. In Portugal is 2 infantry, a medium bomber, tactical bomber, advanced artillery, and port is an attack transport. And either there's a militia or the air base is finished, whichever. I don't remember. In port in Gibraltar is a transport. In Gibraltar is an airborne heavy strategic bomber, 2 advanced artillery, 3 infantry. In A-44 is a battleship and a attack transport. I think one of these destroyers will actually come over to here as well. So the A-44 is a destroyer, battleship, attack transport. 2 destroyers in M1. On map in M4 is a U.S. fighter. Tripoli is a light armor, infantry, militia in Tripolitania. Italian Somaliland is a jet, infantry, and a medium armor. I-4 is a carrier and a destroyer, attack transport in Aden in port. We've got 1 fighter in Upper Egypt. I think that's it for that side. In Malaya, we got an infantry marine, and in port is a transport. Infantry militia on Java, militia on Samoa. In the Caroline Islands, we have 2 fighters, 1 tactical, 1 jet, 1 heavy strategic bomber, 1 advanced artillery, 2 regular artillery, 2 marines, 3 infantry. Import is 2 TAC transports, 2 regular transports. At sea in P-46 is 2 destroyers, 3 battleships, 3 heavy battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, 2 carriers with 1 jet each on them. I'm starting to wonder if I want to bring that heavy battleship down here. Nah, we'll leave it up there. Or do I? Let's bring it down. So that's another non-common adjustment. So we'll be up to 4 heavy battleships in P-46. All right. So then on to the marshals. We got an attack transport, in port, infantry, advanced artillery, 2 coastal subs in P-36, airborne on Wake. In P-29, we got a light cruiser, heavy carrier with 1 fighter. In port is a heavy cruiser. There are 3 infantry, 2 militia, and an aircraft gun. In port in Midway is a battleship, 2 attack transports. In Midway is 2 artillery. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 infantry and a militia. P-25 is an attack transport. San Francisco is infantry, advanced artillery, medium bomber. And there's a sub up in P4. And last but not least is our militia holding down Alaska. That is it for turn 19. On to Germany.